Hey, hey, what up, thing kings and queens? How's it going with your bing? Bling, bling. This is our 21st day in our 2025 year. These are meditations for shiny, shining love life. I am determined to see things differently. And I can say, I'm going to say this, let's remember and remind us that the Course of Miracles doesn't ask us to believe this. It says, in fact, we'll actively at times resist it, and I know I do. I know Joey does. He does. My character, practically speaking. My kid, I believe I am my own first child in some way. This is me, the man, I say. The more man. Joking. Used to be kidding. I'm serious, but then I grew up. And I was born this way. Playfully, hey? Not allowing the tiny mad I did to stop me from laughing. I am joking. Everything is funny. Especially anything other than truth. It's hilarious, actually, that you have legs. What a funny thing. Your legs may be cold and cause you to need to go away from the movie and go inside and sleep in a bed, So many funny things, eh? The multitude of things that expand from the Big Bang, which was the tiny mad idea, actually. The instigation of the propagation of the pop-up book, pretend, appearances appearing. And the Course of Miracles tells us that we either get all of this, actually, or we get none of it, actually. And to me, it seems also in our story, it says it will seem this way, that it'll be accumulatively. And I can say yesterday, it was really, my practice yesterday, I am determined to see, was very much influenced by the previous days. I am not alone in experiencing the effects of my seeing of blank, whatever, in the way I see blank, whatever it is. Excuse me. Like the way I see what trauma is for proving, which is like naturally for proving that, like, oh my God, the unfairness in some way. This is the knee-jerk, natural, first voice that speaks. Well, of course, it's the trauma is for proving unfairness in reality. And then the spirit speaks forgiveness, actually. And that was when I'm not alone in the effects of my seeing forgiveness. I saw, there is a capacity for it to see beyond everything, all the individual things. My thoughts are things I think I see. My thoughts are things I think ought to be. Like, why couldn't there be a reality? Stubbornly, I say, but why couldn't it be other than how it is, actually? Even how it is as the dream of the practice, the world of practice, practically speaking. The way the level of this level is, I get to be honest with all the, projections and problems and pain and blame and shame and games, shifting attack thoughts and things, power struggles and bodies and money and popularity and fame and projection and hiding. So many things about the dream of appearances, apparently, about parents and babies in reality, in seeming reality, in the real. The real is the film over the light that is your I am. And I am determined to see. Yes, I was attempting, yesterday's lesson was attempting to say this at least on the hour all day, and also even on the half hour if we could. And what I saw was that the uncompromising thought that had me be able to see that I was not alone in my thinking was the thought of forgiveness, actually. And so I am determined to see, had me be able to get myself on what I say, right there is kind of sort of my periphery, and on the other side of me, this is the story, the front, everything that's supposedly in the foreground, and I'm backdropped by the place that's before the film over my eye. My eye is the eye I share with you. Me is the name I give myself. So is a needle-pulling thread. Far is a long, long way to run. And okay, let's read this. Read this one, okay? I am determined to see things differently. Differently, with difference. The idea for today is obviously a continuation and extension of the preceding one. I am determined to see. This time, however, specific mind-searching periods are necessary in addition to applying the idea to particular situations as they may arise. 5 practice periods are urged, allowing a full minute for each. In the practice periods, begin by repeating the idea to yourself. I am determined to see things differently. My thoughts are things I think I see. I want to see them differently. Not as things separately, but as things to prove for me what things are for and what meaning I give them is to see beyond them and to have them thankfully point me to that, each of them, the one, each individual thing, point me to the one in likeness. Each unique thing point me to the thing I like in it, what I think is in likeness, which is our shared interest. Then close your eyes and search your mind carefully for situations past, present, and anticipated that arouse anger in you. The anger may take the form of any reaction, ranging from mild irritation to rage. The degree of the emotion you experience does not matter. You will become increasingly aware that a slight twinge of annoyance is nothing but a veil drawn over intense fury. The Course in Miracles is so, uncompromising in some way. It meets us as humans where we know we are. It's kind of inhumane in some way, too. I don't know if it's alien or it's angelic. Yeah, there we go. Paragraph number 3. The angles of the sentences it speaks are angelic. It puts everything in one of 2 categories. There's either love and extension, or fear and projection and separation, or something like that. And it kind of would put these holographically over the same thing. It's like it is either a extension of love or a call for love or forgiveness, for forgiveness to see beyond it. Therefore, try therefore not to let the, quote, little thoughts of anger escape you in the practice periods. Remember that you do not really recognize what arouses anger in you, and that nothing that you believe in this connection means anything. You will probably be tempted to dwell more on some situation or persons than on others, on the fallacious grounds that they are more, quote, obvious. This is not so. It is merely an example of the belief that some forms of attack are more justified than others. Paragraph 4. As you search your mind for all the forms in which attack thoughts present themselves, hold each one in mind while you tell yourself, I am determined to see blank, name of person, differently, or I am determined to see blank, specific situation, differently. Try to be as specific as possible. You may, for example, focus your anger on a particular attribute of a particular person, believing that the anger is limited to this aspect. If your perception is suffering from this form of distortion, say, I am determined to see blank attribute in blank person differently. Okay, that's the practice for today. I don't really have much else to say. I wish you all a good day.